I want to show you guys this crazy Hong Kong action clip.
Is it that first clip you sent me, the Raging Fire?
Yeah. So actually,
wait, which one?
Raging. It's called Raging Fire.
Oh, okay, I haven't seen that one.
That's the English name of the. It's so sad because the director passed away actually after the film, so we won't get anything from him. So actually, there's two parts to it.
Should I play it?
I think the second one. Play the second link I sent you. It's right before this scene. So basically, like, I can give you let me give you the quick backstory as best as I can. Basically, there's a cop, and he had a protege. His protege ended up becoming a corrupt cop, and so the good cop like sent him to prison. And when the guy got out of prison, he just went on this mad revenge, plan and wanted to ruin the other guy's life. So this is the young guy versus the older cop who's Donnie Yen. The younger guy's the guy with the glasses, and they just robbed the bank, and this is the gun shoot. And it's like, man, it's not like John Wick style shooting. It's like old school, like proper, like I'm gonna shoot and I need to get cover.
Okay, more realistic.
So it'd be interesting to hear your thoughts, Tom, since I know you love your guns.
Oh, I'm not going to judge it based on that. I mean, it's I've never been in a firefight. Let's just put it that way. I just shoot guns.
Okay, so is this it playing right now? You already started it?
Yeah, can you guys see it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So this is wait a minute. So this is a brand new film that came out?
Yeah, last year.
Oh, okay.
So
were you involved with this and
no,
anything?
No. I just love. I'm a fan. I like this is.
So this is like this like traditional Hong Kong kind of.
Yeah, but traditional Hong Kong is inspired by Hollywood as well.
Oh, okay.
So what made you pick this to show us? Like what attracted you?
Because
to
they don't make shootouts like this anymore.
I guess yeah, it's kind of like, you remember like in the 90s, the Heat, right? That was one of those movies.
Yeah.
They had those.
It's very much inspired
shootouts
by Heat, this scene. But like you see, they've thrown some modern things in there as well, but it's still like I'm getting cover, right? There's no flashy moves here.
No.
I mean, it's still a little flashy. Let's just say, I've gone hunting. I've gone, shooting, like target shooting with guns. But
is this,
somebody was shooting at me like this.
Movie?
It's both. Just
Okay.
we just watch.
If somebody was shooting at me like this, I'm pretty sure I'd be getting the hell out of there. I wouldn't be.
But they need to stop these guys. Like, you're not gonna let these guys just. If you're a cop, right? That's your job.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess if I was a cop, I'd be a bad cop. I'd be like,
yeah, you'd be fired.
Bye. I'd be like, I'm going.
Yeah, I see what you mean though. Like it's they went more tactical. Like they didn't do too much flashy stuff.
Yeah.
I say as
not like the
Matrix.
Matrix.
And mine is this point. This part is a little like that's the part I'm like, but this is a cool shot.
That's the Hollywood
part.
Cool
Yeah. A little bit too big on that.
I see what you're saying though. It's not like the Matrix, right?
No, yeah. It's not hyper stylized.
Yeah, no one's really. I don't see too much like running, jumping off cars.
The thing I like about it is, even though it's not like super realistic, but it's still there's logic to it,
Uh huh. Was this a big film?
Yeah, oh yeah, man! Look at that budget. Yeah.
Yeah. What was the budget? Do you know?
I'm not entirely sure, but it was a pretty big budget film. So that's the scene right before the next one, which you can click on now, which is the final fight between the good cop and the bad cop.
This one, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know this will be good. Donnie Yen's one of the best new martial artists.
But there's so much. It makes so much sense for fighters, like an actual real fight.
Like that stuff like that. Do you think they have a real knife there?
No, it's always a half knife, and then the tip is CG'd. But you got the chat.
They have to explain what they're gonna do.
I don't remember what it was about.
So, like in a movie like this, do you think that they do also like action design for the gunfights?
Donnie Yen choreographed this. Yeah, they definitely. So check this out.
But is it just for like the hand-to-hand
one.
combat, or the handguns too?
Yeah, Donnie Yen's an amazing designer for action. So I'm sure his team was involved a lot as well, but he's in charge of the overall vision. But I love this part right here. You see how like, and you don't get this in most fights, is you have this phase in real fights where you're just measuring distance. You're trying to throw attacks and but you see how he's like more defensive. Mm-hmm. They're trying to get a feel for each other.
Very Floyd Mayweather-like.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a real fighter too, so a real martial artist, so that does make a difference.
I love that shot right there. So good. It just remind you of that, like with the sound, like, you know, the deadliness of these two butterfly knives. Yeah,
it's pretty cool they chose to use that. You don't get too many fights.
I love that the bicep knives. Shot. Like just the way he's dodging, it just feels instinctual. You know, it's not it doesn't feel choreographed. I love the backing, so nice. Oh God, I love this shit. Not the eyes.
Those are always the ones that get me when they go to eyes.
Yeah, I love these little, like, you have moments. It's paced so well because you have moments of like quick exchanges into like power struggles like this. Because you have like to design like a good fight scene, you need to change the pacing.
Uh-oh.
I love the mix up. Like now, for the most part, they're on the ground, and now they're back to standing up. So it's like a good shift of levels. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, they did. I mean, yeah, they did do. They have a lot of that.
It just makes the fight feel so different, and like you feel the intent of I'm gonna choke you out.
Oh, that was nice scene.
And some of these shots are making contact, you know, to sell it.
Yeah. I almost feel like that must happen like pretty frequently, or even just by mistake. You must.
Yeah, it does. It does happen. I love this. I love that. I don't know if you just scroll back real quick. This part here, just the little bit. This coming up when he stands. So, like this fight logic coming up. He kicks in the leg. He's gonna count on him doing it again, and then Superman punch.
Yeah, like he learned. You don't do the same move that many times.
His character, like the choreo is ingrained in the character's story. You know, in the fight. You know, it's not. There's some like believability to it.
Mm-hmm. There's like there does seem to be like a lot of good like fight psychology in here.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just like doing things just for the flash of it.
Yeah, it's like what makes sense here. Oh, this one's awesome. And I love like the introduction of like the hammer, and like it just changes the feeling, the vibe, and the sound too.
Yeah, it's a long fight.
It is a long fight, but when you see when you watch the film and you see the build up of the drama between these two characters, like it's so worth it.
Exactly, like that's what they build up to, right? They're building up to this. The movie, I'm sure, builds up to this fight. So it should be long because this is like the most important part of the story.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's like so much has led to this point, and they've had actually very minimal contact between each other before this moment, and so that's the payoff of the fight.
So, like in a fight like this, all right, when you're filming, do you like? Do you guys still break it down shot by shot kind of thing, or you try to get the actors to do like a whole part of it?
And then with the piano,
like
piano roll.
That's just planned. Like you plan that shit. Yeah, everything's shot by shot with someone like Donnie who has a vision and his team.
But I guess what I want to know is like, is it actually like Like, will you record for like a minute long? Like you have a long thing, or you're just gonna do it like
no? We already know
what
moves.
We're
getting when we shoot. Like we know we're not finding. We're done that stage. When we go to shoot, we already know what we want.
So you're doing it shot by shot, basically. If that shot requires you to go for 5 seconds, you just go for 5 seconds.
Yeah, and for an AD, obviously it's helpful because then we have the shot list, right?
Right through
we can plan. Oh, and you feel it, right?
Yeah, those ones. Yeah,
the sound. Oh yeah. Oof. I love that move. That's such a sick move to get out of that position.
He's gonna need a fluffer after this.
Ooh, broke in the arm.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna need a fluffer.
He's not gonna. Yeah, he's gonna need more than a fluffer. He's not waiting to anybody ever again. You know who used to have very realistic fight sequences? I found too is Tony Jaa.
Yeah,
his seemed very real, but I heard it's because he did make a lot of contact with the.
Very Muay Thai. Yeah, he's beating those guys. Oh fuck. Yeah, the flashback. What happened to you? That was the moment he betrayed him in court and sent him to jail. They were so
okay, well, let's not ruin the whole movie for people who haven't seen
it. Yeah, it's a crazy it's such a crazy fight. Like I love fights like that. I wish the level of detail that those guys pay attention to for fight sequences, it's like beyond what is typical of Hollywood.